All right, guys, Interpretation of Dreams by Sigmund Freud. I couldn't help to think Sigmund Freud was a madman. Not madman, just super driven, super just wanting to let me make my own, let me make my own book about the interpretation of dreams. Like just driven to, it's like stamp himself in the realm of psychiatry and psychology. That book is just, there's rumors about him doing drugs or whatever. It does give a little bit of insight to, like, his mom was sort of mean to him, which drove him to, maybe he was belittled by his family. He gave like a little, like one or two sentences about having this drive for success and notoriety. Yeah, it's very complex. It's very complex. If you get lost in one area, you're probably missing the entire point. So that's the thing about these complex minds who write philosophy. If you just miss like one point, if you don't grasp one idea, you're probably gonna go down find yourself reading the next 100 pages and not really understanding what's happening. And so I didn't really grasp the book that much. What was actually happening, I was having some weird dreams. I had two dreams 2 days in a row about a week ago. The first one, I was this tongue and like this pressurized like barrel, like frozen tunnel, like this icy frozen barrel, and I was like a tongue. I was a tongue, like, but I remember like behind me there's like, I was pressure was building and building and building and building, and right when I was about to be shot out like a cannon, like a shotgun bullet out of this barrel of frozen ice as a tongue, like right when I was about to be blown out from the the pressure, I woke up. I was like, what the heck? And then the next day, it was nighttime. I was in the front yard. It looked like it was one of my childhood homes I lived in with my family. I was looking up at the night sky. There's the fixed stars. The constellations that are fixed, and there's the constant stars that move or whatever. And so I was looking at, but it was obviously in a dream. They were just so bright, and there was so many of them. It was just like almost like Christmas lights in the sky. I was like, and then I noticed like a certain like galaxy, like a Milky Way, or like one of those ones, the famous ones, one of the famous galaxies. And so I noticed it, and because I read a book on Copernicus, right, and just a little simple biography of him. Like, I don't know shit about astronomy or astrology, but I remember in the dream I was like, oh yeah, I kind of familiar a little bit. So I was like, oh shit, I noticed like a fixed set of stars, so like a little design in the sky. So I look this way. I tell my family, look up, look up. All of a sudden, one of them became like a supernova and just like shot down straight down to Earth, and like went. I don't remember any actual like structural damage, but just I know it went straight through the roof of my home, my childhood home, and like, because the way my childhood home was, as soon as you walked in the front door, you looked to the left was the living room. So I remember just like, and there was a big window right there with, I remember like having white blinds, almost long ass white blinds and shit. You know what I'm talking about, the little string, the long ass white blinds. And so, just like that supernova just shot straight through the roof, and like bright light landed in the living room. I remember like running toward the collision, or running toward where that star landed, and all of a sudden, as I was running toward it, what came out of it, like after all like the light kind of dissipated and faded away, was just a little puppy dog, like a little fluffy spotted puppy dog. Like he could have grown up to be some sort of husky or some sort of like bigger, like with a lot of fur, like straight fur, like kind of husky-ish fur, but it was like brownish, whitish. I remember just little puppy running up to me. As I grab it and start kissing it, I woke up. I was like, what the hell? So that was kind of peculiar after reading the interpretation of dreams. And I was even having some other dreams like a couple of days even prior to that. But I always found myself like, oh, let's just study that. What is that on my tongue? And then like sort of like a barrel of ice, or like a tunnel of ice, like a shotgun barrel. And the pressure's building up. And so like, what was that interpretation? Like, what could that have been, you know? What could it have been? Like a star in the sky shot down, and all of a sudden it's like this little puppy dog, this innocent puppy dog that just immediately I wanted just to hug and kiss. And what does that mean? Like, you know, like, it's like that biblical philosophy, like, thou, you know, for you to want to enter the kingdom of heaven might be symbolic to the kingdom of heaven within your own brain, your own mind, your own spirit, your own way of thinking, of accepting life as it is, just being humble and being happy just to be alive and not be stuck on material or competition or what you don't have, and maybe more focused on the good things you do have and appreciate that. It's like that biblical philosophy is like, become a child again. You know what I mean? Like, you're looking up at the sky. You were trying to reach the stars, reach the end of the earth, and trying to be the king of the world. And really, wait a minute. All that I was reaching for fell down back to earth and became a dog, an innocent puppy dog that was so like, it's kind of scared to be alone. Just saw the first thing and just insane.